Alright, hey guys, welcome to another one of Lorenzo's Blood Bowl matches. I'm playing with the Snobs again, against quite a vicious human team with 4 blitzers, 2 catchers, a thrower, and 3 linemen, so it's going to be interesting. um, and I'm using 3 mercenaries! Oh, this is going to be interesting, especially I didn't want to come up against a team with Mighty Blow, but, you know, we can hope. The second game with the Snobs. Uh, and no players lost from the team or needing getting rid of, then that would be great because at the moment it's not looking good for this team. But we shall try and see how it goes. Tactic is humans. Humans are a bit like orcs actually. They're very good early game because they come with lots of skills, but they're not so good leveled up. So it's going to be a difficult one for me, I think. With only a catcher and 1 blitzer to do the work here, and lots of painful players to well, we shall see. But it's all carrying on with the team. It's going to be mostly about making sure that the linemen that are loners are only used for assisting in blocks and generally absorbing hits rather than actually doing anything pivotal to the game plan. And that's something you have to do with loners. Ooh, hold on. Because they do have a tendency of screwing up for you. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, so he's got an ogre, which has got Mighty Blow, Bonehead, Thick Skull, Throw Teammate. Obviously, the Throw Teammate doesn't really count for anything. But, you know, he has one. Has a lot of blitzers, so he's going to have more block than I do. He's going to have probably just as much armor. I mean, he's got 2 catch dodge strength. So really, the strength is damn equal. The number of players is equal. The amount of block is in his favour. The amount of skills are in his favour. The agility is in my favour, admittedly, but as you've seen, that can go one way or the other. And if you rely too heavily on it, you can be very much disappointed. And he sets up in an interesting formation. So I'm going to be receiving the kickoff, which in fairness is strange because it gives me the chance to set up to hurt him rather than anything. It's kind of difficult. I'm not going to be able to really hit his ogre, so well, I could, but I don't know how much it would achieve, and it's not the elf thing to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a number of players on the wing just to go for a quick touchdown, if at all possible. And just try and get him behind him. For no other reason than maybe I just need to get some sort of blocks, just get an early goal in just to sort of break me in, as it were, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. But I shouldn't have deployed them on the line of scrimmage. I keep doing that because I'm too used to vampires and that's what I do when I want to score quickly. It means if he gets perfect defense he can get in a bashing formation, but fairness, it doesn't, so... And naturally the ball falls all the way back here, which is not a particularly good position for it to be in, because it's still going to take me freaking forever to get back. But we'll start off with blocking because it's more reliable. Nothing is achieved through that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have put him off to the wing, but oh well. So we do actually hit him, sorry. Now if we could knock out that thrower, that'd be nice. Because, just because, essentially, he just will be part of their passing play and ball carrying, and I'd like him to waste rerolls. Of course, chances of me knocking out his thrower. Oh, wow. Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so great start for the elves. A groin strain on the thrower, which he can't apothecary. So I'm not only a man up, but my elves have just caused an injury. So that's very good news. I don't want to send too many players upfield. So for the moment, I'll just try and get into position to do some sort of am going to go for a hit on this guy for some reason, which is really foolish, but if I can just push him away, it means I'm not going to be so... this is exactly what you don't want to be doing with elves, really. We'll go pick up the ball first. Fails, it fails. See, if I hadn't... I haven't played elves, and I'm used to just sort of not having to make too many assists and blocks and stuff, but the lineman has the ball, and now we'll just make a block here. I can't see any other assist coming through, and it's okay, I get away with it. We can just push him off me, so that at least he can only make one block plus a splits, so that's really all I wanted. And we'll position these players up on the wing. Now this should give him a chance to push in on me, but if I'm lucky, there's too many potential receivers and I'm too spaced out here for him really to get anywhere. And he's not in range of me there, so just to be a nuisance. And to try and detract a blitz, this is a bit of a risky plan, but I want to score this touchdown early. I don't want to play a bashing game. So I'm going to leave what would be a bad move, and I'm going to leave this lineman on the edge. And this is going to give him a chance to push me off the edge if he requires, but he's going to need to use a blitz. It's a bit of an interest. It's something I haven't done before. But if you can detract a blitz away from your sort of the part that you actually want to go in, and look, I think he's going to go for it. It means he's not only brought this catcher who could be assisting over here, but he's also used up a blitz, and it hasn't even pushed me off, which is nice. Stroke of luck, but that means that none of the blitzing is going to occur here. He's not going to be able to get in onto that catcher, which is good news for me. I have to worry because this guy's a loner, so I don't want him to be catching or passing the ball at all. I want really this guy just to pass to this guy and be happy and done with it, but it might not be quite as simple as that because, yeah. But yeah, no, it's a great start knocking out that thrower. That's one of the key players, and that will put me a player up, which makes me feel a lot more optimistic about this game already. And as you can see, it's sort of paid off there. He can't blitz with his ogre, which is no mighty blow. He can't bring across this catcher to here now. He can't. I mean, he could form up a defensive sort of little square there, but that's fine. We can just push out into this point, and you know, if he leaves players there, I'm going to probably just block him away. I mean, if he doesn't leave anyone in the where this catcher, I'm just tempted just to go for the dodge and the run, and he's got 8 movement. Kind of depressing that he's still got, I should have pushed him up maybe further 1, but you know, he's pretty close. He'll be able to move a couple of players into range, but hopefully, I mean, he's likely to move his ogre here because that's a neat spot to have him. Yeah, there you go. And to be honest, I might just let that go. But I have detracted enough attention onto this side that I feel relatively confident this wing can hold. This guy's catch is rerolled, so it's a 2+ rerolled. And then it's just a go for it. But of course, I have to make the throw, which will be the interesting and difficult part. See, if he moves a player there, that's slightly problematic. But it's only a catcher, which means he has strength 2. So even with other High Elf catchers are actually quite strong for catchers. They're strength 3, which is really nice. And here comes a block, and I'm lucky not to get away. I'm to get away with very little damage really done to me. His blitzers have nice movement. I think this guy got up, so it's just this guy and this guy who have the ability to move. And that was sort of a predictable positioning. Now I have to be careful because I did pick this up to quite far back in my own thing, and that means that's actually just a 4+, which is not ideal. That's still a 4+, but I think that just might be a no. Oh, I'm like a tiny bit out. That'll be a 3+ rerolled. First of all, let's block away. And it's a nice armor break as well, actually. We'll get this player up. My other option is to go for a 3+ throw. But he's a loner, so I don't really want to do that. Because if he fails the catch, it's a bit screwed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a risky move and probably use a reroll and probably screw up. It's 3+, and well, 2+ followed by 3+. Oh, come on! I wanted that to work. 1 in 9 chance of that failing, or rather that little bit, but it's a shame. But it shouldn't be too disastrous. I mean, he should be able to capitalise on it. But that's a disaster. This is what I really need a high elf thrower, really, because that pass would make it so much easier, and I wouldn't have to be wasting rerolls. And I kind of regret not buying one. But I wanted to score that quickly, and now I've given him the chance to really hit at me. And I'm going to have to rethink my battle plan, and these guys are just going to get smacked. So, yeah. But he is nicely back in the field, so I don't think he's going to be able to take real advantage of it. It's quite annoying that didn't work, and he's going to come back in for the blitz. Probably a logical decision. Now I've lost my man advantage. But it's only a knockout. Oh, I really do not know what I'm doing with these elves. I'm too used to elves being reliable throwing catchers, and they go, oh, they're amazing at passing, but they never seem to work for me. 3+ I know is a little optimistic, but I was kind of hoping with a reroll, then all it would be is just a matter of getting him the ball and, I don't know, caging up, doing something, but you can hope. But still, not the end of the world, we still have the ball, and I'm going to have to probably change some stuff up, make some dodges, see if I can't recover a little bit of positioning, but apart from that, it should be alright. Maybe if I'm lucky, he won't even bother to try and chase down this player, so I can just pick up, handoff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it'd be useless. But that's the thing. If I would have preferred to make a throw to this guy on a 3+, but yeah, whatever. Except it would have been, if he wasn't a loner, then he could have the chance of catching then just a handoff. And yeah, but I'm lucky there. He does manage to get a good hit, so good news for me. We're going to have to rethink some positioning now, and we're probably going to have to do some dodging as well. Just try and get some positions out. Oh, he makes a 1-die block. And it is an armor break, which is concerning. Lots of 1-die blocks going out, and lots of them hurting me. But that's the thing, he's got the block advantage, so he can do that. And it's annoying, but he can. These elves. I kind of like having strength so you've got some players to push through and use and take advantage of, but... Okay, right, first of all, let's recover back. We're still a player up, and we can still use that to our advantage. And we can also spread out some elves to try and make for interesting Oh, come on! So there goes my other reroll. That time was not really fair that I got it taken away from me by such a foul result on the block dice. But, you know. Now it doesn't matter whether I block with a loner or without, but we can at least try and clear off some more space. Oh, this is not going well. Well, let's try and get the ball into safety at least. Although there's not really anywhere that's particularly safe. These guys need rerolls and they need skills. This is the thing, you need the skills to try and ward off the bad rolls, as it were. Okay, let's try and get you out. Move you away. Except, obviously, see, that's sort of where dodge would be required. This team is going to have a hard go, and I'm not going to find it easy, especially with this many players with their armor knocked out. But at least the ball's in the backfield with a little bit of help. He probably could still reach me, actually, but it'd be a tough push. Imagine his best bet's just going to keep trying to go for that catcher. But yeah, all his skills is going to give him a serious advantage at the early stage, and especially considering half my team, three of my team are loners, it means I can't rely on them to do anything. Not that it matters, because now nobody's got a reroll, so we're only 3 turns in. But if we can just... I should have... I don't... There's not really much I could have... It's annoying because the kick landed really far in, and... But you live and you learn, and maybe I should have hoped for better, or planned for a less aggressive hit on all his players. But, okay, so we're getting kind of lucky on that block, because that'll keep me away. This guy will be back up next turn, and I am going to have to do something, albeit it might have to be something extreme to just try and face off, make some lucky dodges, run off and say, here comes the block on my catcher, and he's going to hit me with either dice. There is no good way to score at the moment. I should have moved that player on the flank. Really, I was aiming for a I was bargaining on a 2-turn touchdown, so I didn't want to do anything crazy. But that's what I did. Right, let's try and recover a position here that's not so screwed up. I think is the best idea. Where less of my players are in trouble, and okay, so for example, this guy, I should have used the loner. Oh, come on, please! Please! That's not fair! That's the second time that's going to happen. Oh, God, it's going to be a rough game again. It's okay. I can always go and come back and score a defensive touchdown. But at the moment, I just need to... I don't really have a choice here. He's going to get the ball now. I should have moved this player in behind, but I wanted to clear this player off and move him around. And I'm not doing this in a very good order. See, with vampires, I use the vampires, don't worry about the thralls. Whereas with elves, every player is quite important. And so I'm not very good at prioritising unless it's obvious. But we'll try and correct this. This lineman still has the ball, though I don't think it's going to be for long, unless I get lucky. I should have got some players up, but I wanted to dodge them out, so I felt like go for the safer thing anyway. And overall, this has been a miserable game so far. There's not much I can do here, apart from possibly just hope and pray that he doesn't hit my ball carrier properly, which is going to be very lucky if he doesn't. Ow, nope, he hits it damn well. Okay, so we might just have to resign ourselves to losing this one here. But if we can get back and defend, we can make it 1-1, then score a defensive touchdown and come back for the win. However, getting back and defending is going to be difficult without rerolls and stuff. It is nice, though, I am a player up. That's all I've got to keep thinking. A player up overall, because of that early injury. Ow. So the first time his ogre hits, which I should be glad of, really. That it's only hit me once. He does break armor. I think I've had... So that's 2 1 in 9s and a 1 in 36 chance screwing me over there, which is pretty nasty. And it's not... I'm not having great luck with this team. I'm hoping... all this match is really hoping to survive and get some money back without all my players dying. And then we can start building up the team with a real team. Yay! He does re-roll it, so at least that's some comfort in me, the fact that he wasted a re-roll on something that's not really that important anyway. Now the question is whether this guy I'm going to blitz with my blitzer, hoping that the 1 in 6 is going to go in my favour. Oh my god, you couldn't be less lucky! I didn't realise I should have just picked this player up and done that, but I kind of wanted to move them all. I just can't roll anything but skulls right now. This is disastrous. That's another KO'd player. And he's going to actually potentially be able to finish this on turn 8. He's going to be able to finish it on turn 8, and then I'll have only really a 1 in 4 chance that both of them will get up, which is kind of worrying, as both of them are not loners. What happened to loners absorbing the hits? And he's wasted his other reroll, so he at least could fumble around with the ball for a little bit. This is a miserable game. There's my loner. Does he not have a face? He doesn't have a face on the picture. If you look here, he's actually just got no face. Whereas this loner does. So I suppose it was just this one. No, this loner apparently just doesn't have a face, and he didn't need a reroll to pick up the ball. So it looks like he's going to go for it. I need to try and get back. But it's such a depressing start for this team. Elves I always thought would be good early game, but they're not quite as good as humans or orcs because of their natural skills, or at least reliable. But I was sort of hoping that high agility would mean that ball play was less of a problem. And the fact that I would have 2 blitzers would help, but I don't. So I'm saving up for my thrower, and I'm going to try and survive this game, and maybe just try and pull out a draw or a win, or even just a moderate loss would be fine by me. But I regret trying that throw maneuver, because it's risky, those ones, because if you screw up, you're going to screw up sort of all over the shop, and it's all going to go messy. But you have to try. Right, I need to try and do as much damage as possible here, just to try and, like a knockout or something, try and bring this game back at least in a winnable state if he scores. And I need to also make an attempt at trying to be around and available to attack his ball carrier if he doesn't score this turn, giving me a chance for a 2-turn touchdown. Or at least trying to get him score before turn 8, just so I have 2 chances at KO's getting up. Right, I'm going to pop this guy here. I didn't even need the assist on the catcher, so why I bothered? But, you know, you try. Okay. And let's dodge you out, because it's better than you just sitting there. And we'll try and do some dodging to make up for the poor everything else. They're going to roll their 2+s now when the ball's on the other side of the pitch. Okay, so let's see what he does. He's got 2 defending, maybe 3 defending. He could form up a little thing, but I'm actually sort of got at least a few players out in a threatening position. So hopefully he will be scoring, or he'll leave some sort of gap for me to take advantage of. There comes the blitz, so he's not going to be doing it. So I imagine he might just be going for the score now, I think. Which gives me a chance to score back, and also gives me a chance to... why have I got 2 things here? Oh, there you go, he does score. So, right, I have a chance to come back at this, and I have probably a better chance to be a player up at the end of the first half. If my KOs get up, of course that might not happen, but they do! Huzzah! Right, cool. His thrower's not going to get up, so that's going to be good news for me. Now, the plan is to score a quick touchdown, if at all possible. get upfield, and then on the second half we're going to go for a quick win and try and defensively score a touchdown, which is quite difficult with Elves, but I say it's difficult. Elves are very good at capitalising on other people's bad luck, but they're not so good if like any team, so good if the luck goes the wrong way. But we have a good chance, and hopefully the kick won't go as deep, or even better, it just doesn't go anywhere, and I get to just give it to a player. But we do need to get in range of scoring and stuff. I need to remember that 8 squares is a certain distance. And at least the Blitzer picked up 2 SPP. So, you know, there's positives about that half, albeit they're not amazingly good. Right, so we got Blitzer, we got the catcher there, we got a low. We'll pop 2 linemen at the back, just in case. We'll do it in a sort of slanted formation, so that at least maybe then something. I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm going to be honest. Okay, we'll try that. Still going to go for a push down the left-hand side, and we'll see how it works out. Yeah, that's good. What happened to him? It looks like he just took an injury. Oh, he took a knockout. Ah, that's excellent. It's very good news. Right, so first of all, we're just going to do this. Trying to get the ball in the catcher's hands. So it should be a sure thing. Yeah, okay. So we have the ball in the hands. Good. Want to make as little rolls as possible here. Is the general idea. Just so I can be reliably upfield and into the end zone as quickly as possible. Right, good. He's made it there, so that's excellent. That should be a good position to be in, enough, but I have to be careful because I don't want to be locked into there, but it's about as good as we're going to get at this stage. Right, here comes the next part. I'm going to try and block away this player, and it succeeds this time, so that's nice. So now we should be able to move not only a player under here to provide some protection here, we should be also able to add a screening player up forward to try and prevent him getting round and about, as it were. And we'll pop him there because that stops that blitzer moving, or means he has to dodge at least. So more space for him to screw up. Okay, it doesn't really matter which one, and I'd rather that it was a player who could suffer if something bad goes down. And yeah, I'd say so far it's going alright. And we'll go with that. Okay, we might just be able to score, so that'd be nice. And we'll try and hit his ogre down, just in case something happens magical. And that should give him a little bit of a push into the right sort of area so that he can't come across and do anything there. And I don't want to risk him falling over and then hurting himself, so all good. Okay, that's looking a lot more promising. Right, this team might actually score a touchdown. I say, optimistically, it's not possible he won't, but I'm just trying to have a look at what he could do. He could move this player into the way. These 2 players are sort of blocking out this guy's entrance from here, and these 2 players sit here. So really his only players that could reach this position to get in annoying positions is this one, This one's not so much, and this one he would have to make a dodge. So it's overall looking quite nice. Albeit I would. This is how it should have gone in the first match. Sorry, in the first drive. I was hoping. Looks like he's going to try and. Is he going to try and blitz that player? He's got a reroll, so it's possible. And then try and just close in on as many of these players and force me to make some blocks and stuff. And I should be able to worm my way out of it, but we'll see. Enough of his players are down that I don't have to worry too much. I got some reserve players to throw in some assists if need be. And I have my agility 4, so dodging could be a potential thing. Okay, so he's just going to leave that player there. That player is probably going to serve very little purpose there, but he's up. Yeah, okay, his probably choice is going to be to jump up and, or rather just try and dodge out, go hit this blitzer, and then stand up either next to him or wait here and sort of hope that I can't get through his line. It's not a bad plan, it probably could work. However, I could get through via a number of ways, especially if it doesn't manage to hit the blitzer down. Yep, here comes the block. And that's good. That means he's wasting a reroll, which means this could go, yeah, like that. So he doesn't get the blitzer down, so it's going to be actually quite nice for me. He could follow. That's one option. And that gives me a 2-die block. And all I need to do is push him out of the way. Or get him down, which isn't impossible. That does make things a little bit more interesting. It's a good move though. Right, first of all, we're going to try and put as many players around this guy as possible, just to maximise the amount of players we can have around that. Hopefully, maybe just, we might manage to score like a 3-day block. I don't know. I don't think it's likely, but never know. Anything to secure the chances of... Yeah, there you go. Anything to secure the chances of not screwing up. Of course, if that sort of stuff happens, then you're a bit screwed, and I should have positioned them a bit better, so even if he hadn't, I would be able to... Oh, God. Oh, well. Now, I have a choice. I can blitz here, and then I could block there. And then that gives me 2 options. I think I'm going to have to do this. It could go horribly wrong, but... He does make the dodge. That's alright, that's all I needed. Okay, so now we're going to make a block into here, and we need to follow up. Yep, that's fine. Still not likely. Okay. Might just have to make another provisional couple of dodges, which is risky. There's one more dodge and a block. Because otherwise, I'll explain why. Because I need to go through this gap here. And really to do that, I need 2 pluses. This is going to fail. I know this is going to fail. But elves, help me. Trusting a loner to push out this player. We do manage to hit him. Whew. Right, it's down to a couple of 2 pluses now, as has been the past ones. Maybe I should have just gone for the 3 pluses, but no. Okay, so we need to do it this way. It could fail at any point. No, he doesn't make it. Oh, come on. That was goddamn annoying. Yeah, that was okay. Maybe he played well there to block me off. Quite a nuisance as well, and I was really hoping that would succeed, but Maybe I should have probably done it a different way, but that's the problem. If you get into the flank, it's quite easy for you to be closed in as well. And that's where the dodge skill comes in handy, like there. But I don't have those skills. But yeah, so that wasn't great play by me, but it was probably the best chance I had. I probably could have formed the cage differently, but I'm not used to forming cages. But, you know, still, I'm going to be a player up, and it looked a bit stronger there. Excellent news. Oh, shame it didn't hurt him, but, you know. Okay, so I finished 1-0 to him on that drive, which isn't great for me. And I have to say, though, if I could come out of a draw on this game, that would be great. Because, especially because he's going to be 2 players down for this drive. So, it's not impossible. Right, let's just let his ogre have a feed on my loners. And, yeah. There's some positives, and we got an injury. And the catcher is still yet to get SPP. But, these things happen. Right. This should make ourselves a nice little formation. Maybe even, because we don't have to worry about frenzy, we can just pop a player even further out on the wing. Yeah, but that would be the first kill. First skill I would get on the catcher is dodge, because dodge is awesome. That'll do. Sort of a bit wide, and it gives him an option to hit my blitzer, but if he does, he gets sucked into the centre. Right, so new half. I'm 2 players up, and I have at least got 2 rerolls now to use. So, coming back, it's not impossible to get a draw. It's not impossible even to get a win. And I got to stay optimistic. And also, you know, got to try and keep my players alive. That's the main thing. You can bet your ass that the MVP is going to go to one of the loners. And I think we run our luck down a little bit too much there. I probably should have put a better screen forward from the blitzer, so that even if he pushed the blitzer out and down, then he still would have been quite far out. But yeah, it's the way. I'm not used to doing this cage formation, and when someone does catch me in like that, I can usually just throw a couple of hypnotic gazes in. I'm not that good really when it comes to agility play. Really, I'm okay once I got some powerful, especially with vampires, because the strength 4 makes them very difficult to move around. Whereas the cages with elves are going to be obviously quite flimsy because they're elves. They're not strong characters. Oh wow, really? That was an impressive kick. I kick there and he decides to go hit it to the side. Ah. You are so useless, Rintheli Reron Unduz, or whatever your name is, but you're useless. I imagine he's probably going to go for a quick touchdown on the basis that A, it will secure him the win, and B, it's quite a good idea because then he's got a chance to get a knocked up player up. But you never know, he could hit me pretty hard with this ogre and then I'd be down a loner, so which wouldn't be nice. But I'm going to have to try and pester him out of a cage formation and try and do it while I still got players. Ow. This loader's going to get hit hard. Trying to decide where to put him. Yep, there you go. I predicted that one. Okay, so I'm knocked out. Not great, but, you know, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to have to try and... I'm going to try and nibble away at these catchers because they're annoying. And they're the weakest armoured, so it's a chance for me to get A in behind him and B, do some damage. And it's when people who have less players than you have to defend on all sides that you can start picking apart their cage. I'm sure he's going to be happy just staying up for the 1-0 draw, 1-0 win. But we'll see. Nice thing is it was one of his blitzers that got knocked out as well, so that's quite good. I really badly want a thrower, so I really hope that I get lots of money for this game. Because, god damn it, I need it. Right, first of all, let's just poke some players around the edge. They don't have to be overly influential players, so the loners are in the middle. He's not going to be moving anywhere, so let's just get him up. He also, I don't want to make a dodge with. Move this player out to here. That gives us just a chance to hit this catcher without having to make a go for it with the blitzer. So I've got two chances, a 2 or a 6 will do it for me. Nothing overly amazingly problematic for him, but now what I'll do is I'll move my catcher in behind because it sort of just gives him a chance as well to look threatening as if we're going to go for this corner. And then we'll switch up the play like elves do afterwards. So we'll just let them decide where the cage is going and then react to it. I think is the best plan here. So, we'll move you back and let the loners do the absorbing of the hits. So, we'll put you there. I know this seems like I am being very nickety, but it's the way to do it. Okay, that should do. As the formation goes, just sort of caging around. It's not really a double layered cage, and he could move through here, but I'm sort of hoping that then this back layer can come through. And all that jazz. And the ogre doesn't hit, so yay. And, yeah, I feel like the High Elves probably I should have got the thrower because he's one of their key players. Just because it would make so much more sense to have him and be more useful, and it's a reroll. One less reroll used if you screw up on the throw and stuff, so. Right, I'm sort of waiting for an armor break or an injury or something to weaken the cage furthermore, but if he keeps putting players like there, can sort of come out and prod at it. However, because they're loners, I don't really want to prod at it too much from the front. I want to prod at it from the back. Okay, so I'm getting quite lucky in the sense that he's not really managing to hit anything so far in the last 2 blocks. He hasn't managed to hit anything at all, which is great news. But yeah, I'm sort of waiting for him to have a bad roll or something like that, because that's what's going to make this, I think. As you can see, the cage is not going to move particularly fast if he keeps doing this, so I kind of need the catcher at the back as well, just in case I need to receive and go for a quick touchdown. Yeah, he's out again. Now where to blitz? I'm probably going to continue to blitz on this corner, because I'm worried it's going to be too passive. But a knockout will do. Knockout gets me what I need, which is some more hits. And I will leave it there with a nice little bit of open cage, so that that's one less player he has to attend to the cage. And yeah, that's fine. My blitz are doing well this game at least, so That is literally all I needed to do, to be honest. His ogre will have a tendency. He probably should have corrected this, so I didn't have so many players up on the front. But okay, looks like he's going to go for my blitzer, which means he's going to draw people out to this corner of the cage, which means then I can start pressuring this point of the cage, or this point. So it's about really holding down different corners of the cage and just trying to prise it open from one end. He needs to go for the blitz, though, I would have said. Oh, here comes... Oh, dear. It's this guy. But he doesn't score a good hit, so that's good. Now, if the ogre gets dragged away from the front, then I can attack the front. But it seems likely he's going to probably move back into a position on the front. If not, he's going to stay on that side. I move around to this side, and I start prodding away here. Until eventually I'm just in on his ball carrier and making blocks. So we'll see. The other option is, if he leaves it like it is now, I can make a block here and go for a risky hit here, but or here, and then just try and get a player next to his line. Is it a blitzer? Okay. But you see, that gives me the chance to hit him twice. However, doing that's not going to achieve very much. Right, now I think now's the time to completely... I'm going to feed his ogre a loner, just to distract this ogre. Then I'm going to start putting players up along his flanks, trying to just press in an advantage of some sort. Doesn't have to be great, but it just has to be something. I'm going to attack his catcher, not for any reason other than because I can. Push this player here. Again, we'll just distract whatever we can. Try and strategically place off players to try and just sort of start pushing in and really, I don't know, we'll see. That should be enough. He'll be able to push out if he needs to with this player by attacking him, but then this guy's got really anywhere to move. In fact, actually, but I don't want him to push through the centre and past me, which he could do, so I'm going to leave one player to sort of thing. We'll see how it goes, but this is where the player advantage is coming into hand. Bonehead fails, excellent, and that's going to make it harder for him to push through the centre because he can't get an assist either here, so he's going to have to do what I thought he would, go attack my catcher. It is a bit of a sacrificial hit because if he hits me hard I could be in trouble, but I'm lucky. I need to be lucky at this stage. Well, I need to play some risk because I can't be too passive because I'm 1-0 down. And he can't really make a block out. Bonehead's going to mean this, even though it's a loner, but it's just going to be about just sort of angling it in and pushing in that cage, and it should be possible. The loners maybe are not the best placed players now, actually, because they're sort of at key points where breaking into the cage could be possible, but these players should be able to push in, and if we make enough armor breaks, although he's managed to actually hit back, so he's trying to hit back. And this guy can move back, but I imagine he'll probably do the same with this player. And the more one-die blocks he makes, hopefully the more bad rolls he'll make, but at the moment it's looking quite nice for him. In fact, he breaks armor, so that was really quite good, considering he could have rolled a both down or a skull on that, and he didn't, but it's okay. It's just a matter of patience and playing it out. I'm trying to look for a way in. There's a nice hit. I'm going to try and, again, just keep trying to push into that cage. Make it weaken and crumble and all press in some armor breaks would be great for just taking a player out for a crucial turn, and it really is crucial at this point. See, now we can start moving in on his players quite nicely and getting right up in their grill, which for elves is sometimes maybe a bit risky, but you know. Okay, you're going to have to go there just to keep him distracted. I'm going to have to trust a loner here. And I could have gone for a blitz, but we're going to try and chuck that player out of the scrum, whatever you call it. This is really a scrum. And then just try and get as many players in on the action as possible, but also have to be careful not to give him too much opportunity to hit me. Is he going to have any key assists? Okay, we'll see. And I'll leave this player outside here because I don't want him to run off. But that should be enough to at least deter. And I am very much up in his grill. There's going to be a lot of fighting, but I think because he's got 3 players down, and no guards around, so it's really going to be the one with the most players who wins this. He has got this guy who can influence it a little bit. So, for example, he could make a block, push this player out, and maybe try and run through, but this player hopefully should be able to stop that. Although he could do it via here, but we shall see. I think it's going to be his one move that he has to make. And it would be a dodge anyway. Oh, burn. That's nasty. Okay, so he does use a reroll, which is great. So he isn't going to have to make a dodge, but at least not now. I thought he was going to... I suppose he's safer there. But, yeah. Because this player can hit him, and then these players can come in and go for the final blow and try and knock him over, and the ball hopefully will roll up this side, at which point my catcher can grab it and run off with it. That's the plan. So he's looking a little bit screwed here. He could block away this player on a one-die block, but with the reroll used, it could be risky, and it could be just doing my job for me. So we'll see. He could also dodge out, but there you go. There's the risk you run. Okay. So let's just make sure this isn't a loner I'm blocking with. Right, okay. Come on. I need better than that. Okay, so what we're going to do this time is hopefully this guy isn't a loner. So we're going to try and go for a Oh, shite. Shite. I thought he'd have a... No! Oh my god, I screwed up. Massively. I thought, oh god, I'm an idiot. Oh god, I'm stupid. God damn it. That was just bad play. I realised it just as I was right clicking. I was like, no, 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 no. Oh no. That was appalling. I've just lost the game. Oh, it was looking so good. I'd been playing it so safe. Okay, so that's a mistake that... Oh, God, that's horrible. And I didn't even get up any of my players, so I've got a load of players saying that I've lost all advantage I had there. Oh, God. I feel so stupid on that one. I was like, yes, 2-die block, thinking it all thought through, and I was like, follow up, haha, and then I forgot that I'll be next to his ball carrier, and it means nothing. Okay, now we are going to have to go for a crazy play. And that's if he doesn't just run off with the ball. Ah, what was I doing? He's off. He's gone into the onto the sunset. That he is. Oh, that is one way to screw up your game. Like that was looking like I could get the ball out and a draw, no problems there, and suddenly I've just handed him a win. Oh, god damn it. God frickin' damn it. Yeah, I deserve to lose this. Quite clearly. I blame my week. I've been working 6:30 a.m. shifts till 7 in the evening. It's screwed up my mind now. Damn you so much. I haven't had a mistake like that for like where I've assumed it was a 1-die and misclicked. I haven't done that in ages. Okay, he's gone for the hit and used up the reroll. Oh god, he'd handed me the assault on a plate and I didn't take it. I feel retarded. Absolutely retarded. Oh, I had that. What the hell? Oh, right, it's turnover. Oh god, why? God, I'd want to crawl up into a hole and die. I'm sorry guys, this is not how you should play elves at all. You should not make stupid mistakes like that. You should just play it freaking safe and make sure that when you do block that the 2-die comes up, because it helps. It really makes all the difference in the world. Right, now I need to get up there and try and make an optimistic. Oh, I feel stupid. So very stupid. Right, now I can move through and at least try and stop him moving off. I'm not going to bother using a reroll if this fails. For the simple fact that it will cost me. If I make a bad... like, I need to get some SPP, so screw it. I'm not going to bother dodging out. Yeah, sorry guys. This team's not doing great. However, on the bonus side of things, I wasn't expecting to win this match anyway. Because of the loners, and also the fact that I'm kind of don't have any blitzers, or one blitzer isn't really enough for High Elves. However, my blitzer is back next game, and so far I'm lucky enough to say that I'm doing okay for the injuries wise. We're not having such an awful start. Oh, I feel so retarded right now. Like, there he goes. Right, he'll score this. Which gives me an opportunity to quickly score a 2-turn touchdown. It's a consolation prize, except he's not going to let me have it. Which is... oh, he is. Good. Thank you. But yeah, this sort of battered High Elf team against a human team probably isn't exactly... it is winnable, and I probably could have won it, but I played stupid, and that costs you games. And that 1-die block is going to haunt me forever, because I don't even want to talk. That was just embarrassing. You just go, ha, it's a 2-die, and you think you thought it through, and you go, yep, that's great, and you just do it automatically, and you go, wait a second, and you can bet I wasn't going to score a yellow or a push. You can bet it was going to be a 2-2. Like, I don't know what it is about misclicks. Depends what they are. If it's a block dice, it matters, and for some reason it'll always punish you. But if it's a dodge dice, and you've misclicked, your player will often make the most ridiculous dodge you've ever seen. So, I've had Saurus warriors dodge through 2 tackle zones stupidly and be fine, because they're like, I'm rolling sixes when you don't need me to. It's like, oh great, thank you. You could have done that when you were like trying to hit those elves, but no, you didn't. You managed to do it when you're dodging, which is dodging into a position that's even worse than your previous one anyway. So well done. Oh, I'm gonna cry. That was just depressing. Show of ass hattishness and fail. I can't really describe it as anything more than that, because it just was an abysmal show of inability to sum up something properly. Right, where's my blitzer? Need the blitzer. Catcher. Blitzer is... Am I missing something? Yeah, I'm missing... No, I'm not missing a player. Am I missing something? Free. I've got 10 players. Oh, the blitz has disappeared off the pitch. That's really freaking annoying. Okay, Mr. Blitzer, you've decided to abandon me. Fine, screw you. I'm going to just carry on without you. See if I care. And we're going to send in as many players onto this wing as possible. Yeah, thank you. I realised the computer decided to send my blitzer off into imaginary land. Oh my god, I just had so much of an opportunity there to draw this game, and nothing could have been worse than rolling the shittest amount of... Well, not rolling, making the biggest awful play I've seen in a long time. I don't really have much choice here. I'm going to have to charge up, and the best idea seems just to be do it. But I don't have my blitzer because he's not there, and it's annoying. But I didn't fail to go for it, so woo. Okay, so we'll manage to at least punch this guy out of the way. Let's try and get the throw off with the blitzer, because then at least it's some SPP. I know it's not a good idea, but you know. Whee! Whee! Okay, so that's some 1 SPP. Depressing set of games. I'm gonna cry. I really feel like I'm gonna cry about that. Well, probably not gonna cry, but still, it's infuriating, as I'm sure all of you can imagine. Right, we're gonna try and really push the boat out here and get a nice big long cage thing going on, so it's gonna be nigh impossible to properly get in and next to me, is the plan. However, whether that will work, God knows. As I've got a reroll, I can sort of just about try these things. Let's get you as close as possible there. I know you're going to probably get hit. I'm probably going to do this completely wrong, but I'm past the point of caring. My ability of elves is, well, depressing. Oops, didn't mean to do that one, but he makes it anyway, so might as well finish it up, I suppose. Oh, see, now he's doing alright. Useless. Whee! I've made every 2+ now, which is impressive. Okay. Here's hoping that I score a consolation touchdown. Oh, God, I'm going to cry. I think about that one. Right, now we'll just try and save these guys from an oppressive... Except he's a loner, so I don't really care if he drops. But, okay, every 2+ was made there, so I got really lucky in that turn. Oh, it'd be nice to at least score a touchdown. Just one consolation touchdown. just to try and at least put a little silver lining on what was an abysmal game. And he's on 4 out of 6, so more than anything, I want that catcher to get dodge for things like this, where he's going to need it. Which one's blitzing? Okay, the blitzer, that makes sense. Okay, so he does manage to hit me. Annoying, yes. Predictable, yes. But I'm quite far up. If I can just push away a certain amount of them, stop him. I could even really just go push out this player and then try and dodge out here. But he could put a player there to stop that move. Oh dear. I don't like elves. I really don't. I hate them. They got no bashing ability and they're far too expensive. I had to pick elves, didn't I? I couldn't pick halflings or something where it's ridiculously they're to buy replacements and they're just, if it works, it's hooray, but no pressure, it's halflings, they're shit. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to blame this on anything other than this was my bad play. This guy deserved to win. He played a lot better, and also he didn't make as many mistakes. I had some bad luck in the first half, but I also had some good points, and I was player up, and I should have at least drawn this. But if you make a mistake, you have to accept you sort of deserve to lose this. So it's depressing, but that's one of the ways it goes. Badly hurt? No, I'm not wasting my apothecary on a badly hurt. And on the positives, I have not really received any injuries, so it gives me a chance for my team to come back to life and next game basically start afresh. Start with 11 players on the pitch that I can trust, and well, depends how much money I get actually, because if I don't get much money I'm not going to be buying that thrower. But the point is, or at least maybe even only one loner, and I'll have a blitzer, which will make all the difference in the world, and he's going to make that little thing there, so yeah he is. Yeah he is. God damn you, annoying person. I know what I need to do. It's just whether I can do it. Yes, I can do it. Excellent. Right, we need to push this player out. We need to use this player to go hit this player, preferably somewhere that's not there, and I should have re-rolled that. But we can make this work. Can we? No, not really. Yeah, we can probably try. Hooray, good hit. Yay, we scored a touchdown. Oh god, it took for long enough, but it's been done. Thank god. Okay, well, it would have been nice to do that in the first half and then finish the second half with a bit better, but you know what you're going to do. Okay, no time to say GG apparently. Yeah, so not a great game for me, in the sense of not a great game played by me. But, 60,000? Yes. And who got the MVP? The Blitzer! Hooray, he'll have leveled up. No, don't want any of them. God, no. Right, and now we should... Hooray! We have, I think, enough money to buy a thrower. Yeah, we have 11 players. This is actually relatively good. And the Blitzer's going to level up, so... Hooray! I don't know what to give him. Dodge. Dodge is always useful. Awesome. Right. So it was a rough ride, but we're back up to 11 players. The team has lost 2 games, which compared to my Skaven, which almost won like 11 games on the trot, is abysmal. But we have a catcher who's got some skills. We've got a lineman who's going. We now have a thrower who has pass and safe throw. So he should be useful. We just need to give him sure hands and he'll be very reliable. Sure hands and accurate should make it even better. And we just need an extra reroll. And then we'll be well on our way. But that was an abysmal game from me, but thank you for watching, and I hope you laughed a lot while I made some awful mistakes. And remember, I make these mistakes so you guys don't have to. But yeah, stay safe, guys.